Once upon a time in a cozy little village, there lived a sleek house cat named Coco. She had soft white fur with gray stripes, dazzling green eyes, and a pink nose that twitched at every scent. She lived in a warm home with a kind old lady who fed her delicious food, gave her warm baths, and sang to her every evening. But Coco wasn't happy. Every day, she sat by the window, watching the world beyond the garden fence. She would see pictures of wild animals on TV, especially majestic tigers prowling through dense jungles. Their strength, their roar, and their freedom mesmerized her. Why should I stay in this little house, eating the same food and playing with yarn? Coco muttered. I could be fierce and free, just like a tiger. One sunny morning, as the old lady took a nap, Coco slipped out through the open window. With a final glance at her cozy bed, she whispered, Goodbye, boring life. I'm off to become a tiger. Coco wandered far beyond the village, across meadows, through tall grass, and into the thick jungle. The trees were tall, the air was damp, and strange noises echoed from every direction. But Coco held her head high. I'm one of you now, she declared to the jungle. A group of monkeys saw her and burst into laughter. Look at that! A little kitten in the big jungle? One cackled. I'm not a kitten, Coco snapped. I'm a tiger in training. They laughed harder. Then go talk to the real tiger, they teased, pointing deeper into the jungle. Determined, Coco ventured further until she came to a dark clearing. There, under a huge banyan tree, sat a massive tiger with orange and black stripes, yellow eyes, and a tail that swayed with quiet power. Coco stepped forward. Excuse me, mighty tiger. I want to be like you. The tiger stared, like me. But you're just a house cat. I can learn, Coco said proudly. I can walk like you, hunt like you, and maybe even roar like you. The tiger tilted his head. Very well. Let's begin. The training was brutal. Coco tried to mimic the tiger's prowl, but her paws were too small, and she kept tripping over roots. She tried hunting, but the jungle critters outran her easily. She even practiced roaring, but it came out as a squeaky meow. At night, the jungle grew cold, and Coco shivered under a leaf while the tiger snored in his cave. She missed her warm blanket and the old lady's lullabies. Still, she pushed on. One day, a wild boar charged toward her during a hunting lesson. Coco froze in fear. She darted up a tree, trembling. The tiger rescued her and growled, The jungle is not for pretending. It is for surviving. A days passed. Coco grew tired, hungry, and sore. Her fur was dirty, her paws ached, and her heart longed for the comfort of home. I thought being a tiger would make me special. Coco sighed, looking up at the stars one night. The tiger padded over and sat beside her. You are special, but not because you're like me. You're special because you're you. Coco looked up. But I'm small. I don't roar. I don't hunt. You don't need to roar to be brave, said the tiger. You came all the way here alone. That takes courage. Coco blinked. Maybe the jungle wasn't her place. But she had learned something far greater. She was enough, just the way she was. The next morning, Coco said goodbye to the tiger and made the long journey home. Her paws were tired, but her heart was light. When she finally returned, the old lady was sitting by the window, eyes full of worry. As soon as she saw Coco, she rushed over, scooped her up, and hugged her tight. There you are, my little explorer, she cried, tears in her eyes. Coco purred louder than ever. The soft pillow, the warm food, the gentle voice. Everything felt perfect now. From that day on, Coco never looked down on her life. She still sat by the window sometimes, but not with envy. She watched the birds and the breeze and thought, I may not be a tiger, but I'm proud to be me. And that made all the difference. Moral: be proud of who you are, not who others are.